Hey coin collectors, it's DC on the Big D, and we're looking at the last of the 2009 Life of Lincoln 1 cent coins from the United States of America. We're looking at the back of it now, or the reverse. Of course, on the front of these coins, there is going to be Lincoln. It's going to say, "In God We Trust." Say "Liberty" behind him, 2009, and the mint mark here. There were three different possible mint marks. There was a no mint mark coin from Philly. There was a S mint mark coin from San Francisco, and there was a D mint mark coin from Denver. Now there's 5 or 6 ways you could get one of these coins, and so let's talk about that. First off, you could get them just in general regular circulation coins, and sometimes if you're really lucky, you'll find one of these in your change, and you go, "What is that?" And it's the 2009. There were 4 versions. They started out with the kind of cabin in Kentucky version, which is this one here. They call that the early birth and childhood years. I'm sorry, the birth and childhood years. Then came the formative years, which is him reading on the log in Illinois, and then came the working years, or the professional life, and there his as a lawyer and a legislator in Illinois. And last but not least was this one right here, which is the presidency. And what's on the back of the presidency? Well, that's really interesting. It turns out that while Lincoln was president, they built the U.S. Capitol, or rebuilt it. Remember, you probably remember the U.S. Capitol was originally built, then it was burned down by the British, and then they went to build the buildings a little at a time. And by the time Lincoln became president in the 1860s, they were rebuilding the Capitol. And they look, this is the Capitol without its huge dome on it. United States of America. It says 1 cent down here. Down at the bottom it says "E pluribus unum," and this is in very, very, very intricate design. And you can see this is Susan Gamble over here, which is the SG. Over here we have JFM, and that's for Joseph F. Mena. And of course, both of them designed some later coins, including the quarter series, the state quarter series. And this being the fourth one, they all came out together mostly in mint sets, but they were released at different times during the year by the U.S. Mint. You see, this one is the Denver Mint one, 2009D. And you notice something a little bit funny about this. This is from an uncirculated mint set, but in the uncirculated mint sets in 2009, they put out coins with a satin finish. So this is not a regular finished coin, which an uncirculated coin would be. The uncirculated coins came out in a satin finish, and they did 784,000 of these in a satin finish in what they called the U.S. Mint proof set, or the set which was just the clad set without any silver in it. So they put out the regular set, they put out the year set, they put out the proof set clad, the proof set silver, and all of these coins were in all of them. Now, this is the one that I really want to take a good look at. This one, something happened to it. This is from the silver mint set, and something, it just got a little bit overcooked or something. So let's take a look and see if we can tip it up and I can show you. When we get down here, we see we have all kinds of different colors in here. Sometimes these grade very, very high at PCGS. Now you can tell it's from a proof set just because of the shine here. You can tell it's from a proof set because when you look at the bottom here, it's a different kind of polishing on it. In this one, if we tip it over, we also be able to tell it's from a proof set because of what? Because when we look here, we see that it has an S on it. So an S means it's from one of the proof sets. This one from the silver proof set. Now this same coin, and notice how the Lincoln is polished different. This same coin is going to be in the regular proof set, the clad proof set, and this is a copy of that one. And you notice even these two on the front look different. Sometimes I think it's just because they got baked a little bit different. Sometimes it's because they cooled at different rates, but remember, this is a bimetallic in the sense that there's two metals in here. This is a copper-plated zinc, and we've been using copper-plated zinc since 1982. Before then, we had 95% copper, 5% tin or zinc, and this is one of the older ones. In 1982, we went from, instead of 95% copper, we went to 5% copper, essentially 95% zinc. So just copper plating over a zinc coin. And sometimes that gets us these different colorings. And these coins, exactly the same kind of manufacturer, but just came out in different colors in the two different proof sets. If we look at the back of the two of them together, we see that the coloring on the back is quite different. You can see the shading here. You can see the just even the coloring up here, how it kind of yellows when you get up here. And we put this one on, no yellowing at all. So what happens is sometimes you get one of these and it's a kind of a specialty coin. The trick is, do you want to spend 10 or 12 bucks getting it graded to see if it's worth 10 or 12 bucks? Probably not. Now, let's look at just the regular mint coins, and you can immediately see the difference between the finishes. So this is from the uncirculated set. This is from the proof set, and you can really tell the difference here. However, remember that in some of the uncirculated sets, they put out some coins that had a bit of a satinish finish on them, like this one. All right, so how much is it worth? Well, it's in the uncirculated S's. If you get a proof 65, it's worth $4. The uncirculated D's, if you get a proof 65. Oh, these are S's. Where are those D's? Here's one. There's the Philly, and here's the Denver. The uncirculated D's, if you get one of these uncirculated, it's worth about $4. One of these uncirculated worth about $4. So all of them are worth about the same, about $4, unless you get one that has some kind of specialty or weird finish on it. But like I said, you're going to have to spend so much to get it checked out that it's probably not worth figuring out what the value of this kind of very colored Lincoln penny from 2009 is. All right, that's all we have today from DC on the Big D Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to the channel and leave any comments you might have in the comments section.